What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday over here. Bitcoin still trying to stay above 26K. Had a pretty good move yesterday. It is bringing up quite a bit of these altcoins here. Let's see if this will continue this bounce from Bitcoin, and could it actually reverse against this downtrend we've been having, or this stagnant movement we've been having for Bitcoin, as well as a lot of the crypto markets here. The main topic for this post, however, it will be about Arweave and seeing what's going on in this market, how it could be affected by Bitcoin, some upwards and downwards price targets for this coin, as well as some key price levels to be looking for in order for this coin to go either direction. I'm going to be giving you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market later in this video, so make sure to stay around for that. However, none of what I'm saying here is financial advice. It's purely my opinions and speculations. I am not a financial advisor, nor am I an elite trader of any sort, even though I am a profitable trader who's been able to keep most of my profits during the last bear market. And I am looking to crush it here for the next bull cycle. So if you guys feel the same way, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into this video. So currently we do have Arweave here. Let's come over to the weekly time frame here, which is what I usually do for quite a bit of these altcoins, because you can see more of a downtrend here, right? That has been building up for the last couple of months or even longer. In this case, on the weekly time frame here for Arweave, it has been building this falling wedge, which is pretty similar to quite a bit of the altcoins, right? It has been building this falling wedge since February 2023, this year, right? Now falling wedges typically break to the upside, okay? Typically. It does still have downside potential, and it could still break to the downside as well. So you might want to be very clear about the scenario that you are in, right? And seeing, what type of situation it is, how close to the top trend line, what's going on in the lower time frames, all of which we're going to explore a little bit more in this video. Let's take a look into the price target here for the measure target, okay, out of this falling wedge, okay. Let's just say this breaks out by next week. I don't think that's too far-fetched, but I'm just picking an example breakout point so I can get a measurement for the measure target. Okay, if it breaks out by next week, still a big if. I'm not saying it's going to break out by next week. I'm just picking an example future date for a breakout so I can get the measure target. If it breaks out by next week, we have a measure target of about just a little under $12. I'm just going to say $12 area, okay? Now, if it does not break out by next week and this pattern still stays intact, then you move this measurement down this upward trend line, and then you're obviously going to get a lower measure target, right? So that is what I'm seeing here as a measure target. Do your Google searches on what measure targets mean. It is only an estimate. It does not necessarily mean that it's going to get there, certainly, right? It's not 100%. It is not an automatic move to that price. Do your Google searches, you'll find out why. It's public knowledge, okay? Okay, so let's take a look into some key price levels that we should be paying attention to. These are going to be some noticeable resistances going upwards, okay? I'm just going to pick out some noticeable ones, right, which are the major moving averages. The first one would be the weekly 21 SMA, which is the blue line, currently about $5.60 area. Weekly 50 SMA, which is the gray line, currently at about $7, almost $8 area. Monthly, moving average, monthly 21 SMA, the blue line here at about the $13 area. 3-day 21, about $5 area. 3-day 50 SMA about $6 area. 3-day 200 SMA $13 area. The daily moving averages are going to be a lot closer to the price action because they're more responsive. Daily 21 SMA about $4 area. Daily 50 SMA about $4.75 area. Daily 200 SMA at about that $6.60 area. Okay, so these are moving averages. They move. So at the time of this video, it could be different at a later date. So just keep an eye out on those moving averages. Let's take a look into so those are going to be some noticeable key price levels to be paying attention to going upwards, because I would expect sell pressure to be coming from those levels I just named. There's going to be more levels that you can look into, but for time's sake, I'm just going to name the noticeable ones, and it's easier going upwards because we have all the major moving averages on top of the price action. At the bottom here, if the price action does not break out and actually breaks down or continues towards this falling wedge here, right? As you guys can see, we are basically at all-time lows, right? So, I'm not going to get any estimates from past trading history here. So let's go to the weekly time frame here. So since we are at all-time lows and we are not able to get any past trading history from previous, candles, I can only estimate from going about this bottom trend line here within this pattern. So if the price action was to continue in this pattern, if it was to break down by this week, it could potentially hit $1, right? That's pretty far down. I'm not sure if it's gonna hit it by this week. If it continues down, right? This pattern here, you guys can probably just estimate the lows from the bottom trend line here. You could also probably estimate some even values, like $3.50, $3. I think those are some good potential values or prices where traders take profits, near those even values, right? It's just a psychology, right? People take profits. I personally do, and I read that people also do as well, right? So what else can you do to estimate? That's basically it, right? Even values, and then bottom trend line, right? Now, I'm going to give you guys my personal sentiment and opinions on this market. But if you guys have made it this far into this video, thank you very much. If you guys don't already have a Weeble account and want to get some free stocks, make sure to check out my referral link down below. They're still giving away free stocks valued up to $3,000. Terms and conditions do apply when you guys use my referral link down below to open an account and deposit $100. I enjoyed using Weeble as an exchange to trade both cryptos and US stocks. But with any exchange, I would not put most or all my money into any one exchange, right? I personally diversified my money across several exchanges, so in case one goes down, I don't get wrecked. So if that sounds like it's something that makes sense to you, make sure to check out my referral link down below. I will also get a referral bonus if you guys sign up using my link. So I greatly appreciate that. Let's get back into this video here. Now, my sentiment on this market is going to depend a lot on Bitcoin, as I've been saying over and over again, right? Bitcoin had a pretty good move yesterday to the upside, but would that be enough to basically push this market, upwards or continuously going upwards? Right. I guess we could take if you guys want to see my detailed post on Bitcoin, just check out my post today. I really did a more detailed post. So I'm not gonna go into the charts, just to keep it brief here, right? Check out my previous post today. I did a more detailed post, right? But it's going to depend a lot on Bitcoin. But on this coin here, Arweave, I am interested in shorting this coin on a very quick time frame for a scalp. Let me go ahead and illustrate why. Okay. Is this the chart that let me see here. Arweave, we are $4. Why does this look different from the futures charts? Okay, so that's the futures chart, okay, which is basically where I am shorting, right? So seeing here, let's try to recreate that chart so I can just there you go. Okay, so my sentiment on Arweave currently, it's not long term. It's going to be a very quick short interest. So I have short interest. I am interested in shorting this coin for a very quick scalp, right? So, and let me go ahead and explain the reason why, because I think that's more important than telling you guys where I'm shorting and where I'm taking profits, because you guys will get nothing out of that, and I could very well be wrong, of course. But I think the logic and the idea behind why you're doing something is much more important than just purely doing something, right? And having no idea and why you're doing something. I think that's very dumb. Now, the idea behind a potential short interest is, first of all, Bitcoin, right? First of all, the signal on Bitcoin is, I'm gonna wait for that to calm down, and not be going in the opposite direction of my interests, which is currently short, right? Bitcoin here, I'm looking for a signal that it's calming down and it's gonna be, taking a pullback here, right? That's the first thing I'm looking for, or at least not going up noticeably like yesterday or today's candle, right? Secondly, I am looking at this market and I am not seeing any past trading history that could be acting as support for my short idea, right? So that is good because, I don't have to look out for a lot of support where I can expect buyers to come in and go against my position. Thirdly, if we come to the daily time frame here, this seems like a descending triangle breakdown. Price action came down here, right? Came down here on this daily time frame, broke below this descending triangle. On today's candle, it looks like a bearish retest rather than a fake out for the descending triangle. If this is a fake out, then I basically would have to pull my trend line here and invalidate that pattern, invalidate that descending triangle breakdown, and call this a falling wedge. However, we don't have a fake out yet, at least from what it seems, because it's getting rejected here. We don't have a daily candle close from within this pattern. So that is basically my reasoning for why I am picking certain coins to short. At least that's one of the thought processes, right? Obviously, people short, long, invest very differently. So this is not financial advice at all. And I could very well be wrong because, when you go short or long as a trader, things do matter, such as how much leverage you're using. That would basically, allow you to have a certain margin of error, right? Because if you're shorting with a 3x leverage, for example, then you get about a 30%, 33% of going against you. I hope, you're not letting it go 33% against you. But if you know what I'm saying, you can go, you can afford to be 33% wrong before getting liquidated. Versus going 20x leverage, then you really only have 5% margin of error, right? So leverage is very important. The entry price, exit price is very important, and being able to adjust during your position is also very important. At what point does your position start to look like you're wrong? I've had some of those scenarios, all right, even just within this past week. I opened a short, long leverage, right? And things did not seem to play out as expected. And, I basically exited my positions before taking further losses. So those are going to be very important factors. It's not going to be, follow someone to do something without the logic. So I hope you guys actually got some good information out of this. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day and see you guys later. Also, like, subscribe, or comment if you guys want to see more of an update on this video. On this market, Arweave. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good one.